never saw Jacob again, but his name remained with me to haunt me. First, the government denaturalized.
Accused of fraud and perjury in his original application for citizenship in 1882, when he had not yet been in the country the required 5 years, but stated under oath that he had. Mr. Jacob Kirshner is hereby deprived of his citizenship, as is his legal wife, the well-known anarchist leader Emma Goldman. Kirshner was not a party to this case.
Not a party to this case? You make me a prisoner in America, deprived of the right to travel abroad for fear of not being let back in, and yet I'm not a party to this case? What kind of a law is this?
American law. It's what happened during the 1919 Red Scare when we faced deportation as undesirable aliens. And your old friend Harry Kelly tried to come to the rescue.
I have a proposition, E.G.
Another one.
Listen, E.G., why don't you marry me? Then they can't deport you as my wife and as a citizen. I don't find you undesirable, and then they can't call you an alien.
But my lawyer, Harry Weinberger, said,
I don't see why you should do it, E.G. Kirshner probably died, I'm well advised, before he was ever denaturalized. If this is so, then I'm sure you know that the case against you dissolves. If so,
why don't you marry me? Then they can't deport you as my wife and as a citizen. I don't find you undesirable, and then they can't.
Should I have married Harry? What would Harry have said? I've always kind of Harry being married, but under the circumstances, I'm not prepared for anything!
Yes, General Intelligence Division here, J. Edgar Hoover speaking. Ah, yes. We have found positive proof that Emma Goldman's husband was alive until January 18th, 1919. Ah, you're welcome, Your Honor. Oh, it's a pleasure.
Bastard!
E.G.
Pleasure making you a woman without a country.
Harry Weinberger got you a temporary stay. Now we have a chance to appeal your case to the Supreme Court.
And mine?
Yours, I'm sorry, Sasha, has been rejected. Well, my answer to both Harry's is...
Yes?
Yes. No.
and I left on the boat with Sasha and the other deportees.
I'm afraid I couldn't help you much then, E.G.
No, it's pretty hard to help somebody else when you're in jail yourself.
The very day the war ended, I was sent to jail for refusing to obey the draft laws. And that summer, well, when I got out, Madeline and I were married.
Big Bill Haywood of the Industrial Workers of the World used to say, a married rebel is a dead rebel.
That's me, dead rebel. And I'm not even married, except in name to that Welsh coal miner, James Colton, who was kind enough to offer to marry me so I could have his British citizenship.
See the compromises you're willing to make? Isadora Duncan loses her citizenship when she marries a Russian. Well, you use marriage in order to win citizenship.
That's true. Oh, Roger, why did you ever bother about me anyway?
Why did I bother? Because you were the greatest speaker I ever heard, E.G. I'll never forget that first time. I was dating a girl named Cynthalia Isbrit Conalfer.
That's a mouthful.
She was.
Roger, you want to go hear Emma Goldman. It would do you good.
Me? I wouldn't go near that crazy woman.
You Harvard men think you know everything and that you're so broad-minded. But in fact, you're really just smug and narrow. You ought to want to hear the other side.
She shamed me into going. I remember you spoke at a crowded hall in the slum, electrified the moment you opened your mouth.